since it sounds like you guys won't play in the game, does that add anything to the joint practice, give it a little more juice for you?
No, I mean, I think we'll treat it the same way. If we were playing a couple snaps, is just try and go get the most out of the practice. I mean, the practices are pretty good, I think, just to be able to go play against somebody else for a little bit. We get some different periods involved there, get to see some pressures, different things from a different scheme. So it's good, but, I mean, you treat it the same way.
How good of a test will this be for you? Because this is a defense that you saw last year, really before you guys hit your stride as an offense. Just kind of see how much of a difference a year makes.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. Like you said, I mean, we saw this defense last year, but it'll be good to just go back and watch last year's game, kind of get a feel for what they run again, and I think they might have a couple of new guys out there on defense. But just be able to go back and see them again. Obviously, didn't play great against them, so just be able to go back there, go against that scheme again will be good.
Are you a fan of the joint practices?
Yeah, no, I think it's good. Like I said, just be able to see somebody new, practice against a new team, and kind of that practice atmosphere where you get to see a lot more, and then you get to go back and break it down on film. So it's good to just be able to see new looks. We've been going against our defense every day, so just be able to get a new feel on defense is always good.
Jordan, on the touchdown pass at Octavian, was that a Matt decision, or did you want to run that?
Sorry. No, I mean Matt called that play, dialed it up, but it's one of our base plays, just slot fade. So got a good matchup out there on Wicks, and I mean he ran a great route, stepped on the guy's toes, and one over the top, didn't let him touch him, so it was a great route. But just a call Matt made.
Why is your deep ball so much better than it was last year? I mean, even today, you're dropping dimes to Christian. Why has it been more efficient, do you think, than it was a year ago?
I think just working it, just getting more reps at it, understanding who my guys are out there, who I'm throwing it to. Obviously, trying to put the ball in the air where they have a chance to catch it. But understanding who's out there. A guy like Christian, maybe not put his hair on it because he's going to run fast. But I think it's just work. Just continue to work it, get more comfortable, get more confidence throwing it.
Jordan, I made a mistake yesterday of prefacing a question about Wicks by mentioning the lack of a number one receiver, and that got after me a little bit. I'm still trying to understand that with as much talent as you guys have at the top of that depth chart, and even down the depth chart, where does Dontavian kind of fit into the puzzle that is that group?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, we have a real deep, receiver group, which, like I said before, is a good problem to have. We got a lot of guys that can go out there and make plays, be in different positions, move all across the field. So I think it's great. I mean, we'll mix those guys up. If one guy gets tired, another guy just go in. So we just have, fresh guys out there. But as far as he makes in the lineup, I mean, we saw last year. I mean, all those guys can be anywhere. I feel like they can all run different routes. So I mean, it's all play dependent. If a guy's number one read, things like that. So we'll see. We'll see as the season goes in and get more game plan stuff going. But I think all those guys can fit in anywhere.
So this isn't unprecedented. Like in 11, Aaron used to say my favorite in the coming years. You're kind of in that same spot right now with all this talent. Do you think you guys will get to a point where maybe you can even make? You said play specific. Do you think maybe there'll be a point where even though every guy can run every play, there'll be certain plays that you like a lot better for Tay or you like better for Christian? Or can you get to that point in the offense now as compared to where you were last year, still trying to figure everything out?
No, I mean, I think we're already there. I mean, you could see that last year and some of the game plans and things like that. Obviously, you want certain guys on certain routes. So that definitely plays into it. You go in that game plan with that in mind, and then as the game plays out, a guy might be out there and he might be gassed and he got to come to the sideline, so somebody else might be in there for that play, where you can just throw another guy in. But I mean, once you get into game plan and stuff, there is certain concepts and routes that we like certain people at. So
you said you wanted to see Jacobs carry the ball. You only got to see one in a game, but it was a 7-yard game. Yeah. Was it what you were expecting when you told us that last week?
No, I mean, it was a great game. I mean, it was a nice big hole right there on the first play, and he hit it. But I think obviously you'd like to see more, and we're gonna see that once we get into practice this week, and obviously the week after that with the Ravens. But yeah, I mean, you just want to see more of him out there. I've seen a lot better plays in practice with cutting and all that. He didn't get to really showcase that yet, but no, I'm excited to see him. But limited amount, obviously.
Jordan, a lot of times left tackles are high draft picks or high price guys. Your guy, he's kind of gone about his business. How has he managed to do what he's done for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, he's gone about his business, and he comes in here and works. He was able to learn a lot from Bach last year. He gave him a lot of wisdom, things like that, and he made the most of every rep that he had. Being thrown in that situation, and so, like I said before, I think he solidified himself out there. Made a name for himself, and really done exactly what you want to do is come in and just control what you can control when you get thrown in the fire, and go out there and make plays. And he's done a great job of that. So, obviously, continue to improve every day and just work on little things. But I definitely think last year, just being around Bach and having him, teach him some things was very helpful.
I know Rashid talked about you guys being starting on the scout team together. It's kind of crazy to think where you guys have come since then.
Definitely. I was with a lot of guys on scout team where, you trying to just go out there and make plays. You're going on scouted cards and not really your offense. You're just going out there trying to give the defense a good look. So I definitely remember those days. She'd always have my back out there, and so nothing's really changed now that he's a starter. And, that's one thing I love is you go out there and he's going to let you know that he's got your back. He's going to go out there and fight for you. So that's really what you want.
A guy you were not on the scout team with, but you've been around. I'm curious what your impressions are of Ben Sims compared to a year ago. Now that he's had this full off season, what's been your impressions of Ben in camp?
Yeah, Ben's been doing a great job. He, like you said, limited role last year. Caught a touchdown pass, which was awesome, but just trying to get him more in the mix. I mean, like you said, receiver room is a deep tight end room too, with Tuck and Luke in there. So with Tuck being out, I mean, I think he's maximizing the opportunity and all the reps he's getting, and he's doing a good job. And obviously, just want to keep seeing more and building on it and getting better. But he's been doing a good job.
A lot of the attention, rightly so, goes to 85 and 88.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you guys could actually go deeper than that in that room?
Yeah, definitely. I think once you get in the tight end room, it's there's less bodies out there, unlike the receiver room. So trying to get all those guys out there is going to be tough, but we did it last year. So just having a deep roster helps. Injuries happen, things happen. So I think whenever he gets out there, he's going to make the most of the opportunity. But yeah, I think it's a little different situation in the tight end than the receiver room. But yeah.
Hey Jordan, speaking of 88. I mean, and this is not a shot at Luke at all, but it does seem like maybe his camp has been a little quiet, not bad, but just kind of quiet. Whereas last year, we're all, how fast he is, because he was new to us. Has he just not had a ton of opportunities the way practices have played out, or am I just completely off base by even asking?
No, I mean, I think, like you said, it's all about the opportunity. You can only do so much when the ball's not coming your way. So I think Luke's been doing a good job, though. I mean, we know what type of player he is. Obviously, I think once we get into more game plan stuff, there will be more stuff dialed up for him specifically. Some deeper shots downfield. But we've dialed some stuff up. And, I mean, the way our defense is playing a lot of stuff, they just do a good job of taking away some of that deep stuff. So some of those shots haven't really been there for him. But against different schemes, I mean, he's going to be one of our main targets. So I think it'll keep picking up. But, I mean, the opportunities, you control what you control. The ball, if it's not coming your way, it's hard to, make some of those plays. So.
Jordan, Rashawn Gary said, but he didn't explain much. He said that you might have had like a say in the white helmets and the whiteout. Was that? Did you have a say in any of that?
Whatever RG says, right? I mean, I'm glad we got the white helmets. But yeah, whatever RG says.
Jordan, since you didn't get to play as much in that first preseason game, when Sean and Michael were both out there, when they would finish series and stuff, would you kind of talk to them about things that you saw that sort of helped them?
Yeah, definitely. That's part of the game. We always do. In the role of the other quarterbacks that aren't playing, when the guy comes to the sideline, you get on the iPad, you kind of break down the defense and go through the plays and just talk to them from the sideline, what you're seeing out there, and you're kind of the eyes for them on the sideline. So we did a lot of talking, a lot of communication with us, with Tom, and just seeing what we see from the defensive side, because when you're out there, things are moving fast. It's a lot different. You might miss some things that on the sideline, you got that full picture. So we definitely we're chopping it up and talking, but that's the same thing they do for me during the season when I come to the sideline. So we just keep that communication going.
Jordan, I'm sorry if you already answered this, but how much is the game slowing down for you now that you've been in this system and just got a feel for this game speed and how the game's played?
Yeah, it's definitely slowed down a good amount for me. I think every year I came back in the offense, I learned more about the offense and stuff made more sense to me. And then it was all about, seeing what the defense is doing now, taking my focus to them and trying to take advantage of what they're doing. So being able to see what they're doing, see the full picture is definitely slowed down. And then post-snap, ball snapped, I'm definitely able to see stuff a lot better. But I feel like, in the game and practice, there's just kind of different speeds. So it was good to get out there in the preseason game and just get a feel for that game speed again. But the game's definitely slowed down a good amount for me.
Jordan, how do you feel playing in Brazil? I'm doing this for ESPN Brazil.
How do I feel about it?
Yeah.
I'm excited. Obviously week 1 against the Eagles. I'm excited about the trip. Never been to Brazil, so it'll be a good first time there. I'm excited to see what the stadium and the atmosphere is going to be like out there, but it'll be fun.
And just one more question. Why did you pick up the number 10 when you start your career?
Yeah.
Because for us in a soccer culture, the number 10 means a lot. Like, it's the number that Pelé used, where Maradona and those stuff.
A lot of greats. No, so my dad wore number 10 when he was in high school. So that was like a tribute to him. When I was younger, I started wearing 10. I think like 6th grade, 7th grade, I started wearing 10 and kind of just stuck with me. But yeah, definitely a tribute to my dad. He wore number 10. So.
Thank you.
Hey, Jordan, the Browns quarterbacks didn't see the full throttle Packers defense on Saturday. You're seeing it every day. Is there part of you that's kind of excited for other quarterbacks that have to deal with what they've been bringing, and just what's been your overall impression about that?
Definitely. No, it's been looking great. All training camp, I've been saying that the defense it just feels different. Looks great. There's just not, we go against them every day. There's not a lot of wide open guys. They're on their P's and Q's on who they need to cover. They're passing stuff off and falling off in different windows. So it looks really good. And then obviously, once we go live and that rush comes alive, I feel it just now in practice when I'm not, live. So I'm definitely excited to see them in game, going against other quarterbacks. I know they're going to give QBs a lot of fits. So I'm very excited to see that. But I think the big thing is just that rush coming alive. And on the back end, like I said, they're doing such a great job of communicating, passing different things off, and just they're locked in on every concept. So it looks good.
Jordan, how do you think?
Two more.
Sorry, no, real loud.
It's loud, yeah.
How do you think that Michael Pratt did just playing in his first preseason game, kind of getting his first sort of NFL action?
Yeah, no, he did good. Like you said, it was his first NFL game. There's definitely going to be a lot of nerves and jitters there, but I think he didn't show any of that. He was locked in and very confident, and you've seen a lot of good things from him in practice. So be able to transition that on the field, and he was making some great throws, some great dimes. Picked up a block on one of the runs, which is really cool. But he's one of those guys that he's a gamer. He loves it. He's just going out there having fun and enjoying this opportunity he's getting. So I love to see it.
Hey, Jordan, we all have bad days at work. Felt like Bo kind of had one of those days on Saturday, knowing him the way you do and what you saw from him in practice today. You see him bouncing back pretty quickly.
Oh, definitely. Bo in the game had a couple drops, which you never want to have happen. But you could see it during the game. He's in our receiver room. Those guys are going to pick you up. They're not going to let you stay down, and it's that next play mentality. I like to tell guys, the ball is not going to stop coming to you, so just go out there and make the next play. But Bo's one of those guys, high energy guy. We know what he's all about, so no question he's going to bounce back and probably have a big game this week. We'll see.